If you understood your value, you would not be this hung up on a man who has literally added nothing to your life except chaos, confusion, insecurity, and inconsistent, less than bare minimum effort. You think your feelings right now are caused by a deficit of love from this man, but your feelings right now are actually caused by a deficit of love from yourself. My love, when you finally realize your worth and can finally see clearly the level to which you're being disrespected right now, walking away from this man is going to be a whole lot easier. Trust me. I love you. You deserve so much better, and follow me for help detaching and moving on.
All right, Queen. Well, let me just say this. You deserve what you've earned, what you worked for. You don't deserve anything just for existing. Nobody owes you anything. And another thing, this woman said that, oh, you have to know your value because if you have a man in your life that all he's doing is bringing, and I shall quote, chaos, confusion, insecurity, inconsistent, less than bare minimum effort. That sounds a lot like a player, like an F-boy, like a Chad/Tyrone. What are you talking about, Queen? That's exactly what women want. I know you say you don't want that, but men already know. Men go off your actions, not your words. These things that you just mentioned, that's what brings excitement. That's what gives you the butterflies, the tingles. He's a challenge and, you can tame him. You women don't walk away from guys like that. You love that kind of stuff. You love it when a guy treats you that way. That adds to the mystery. A little bit of extra spice to that sauce. Because if the guy treated you right and gave you what you think you deserved, he'd be boring and lame and you'd probably cheat on him with a guy who just brought chaos, confusion, insecurity, inconsistency, and less than the bare minimum. Just like in those rom-com smut books that you love to read. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if he wanted to, he would. They do still exist. There are still good men, I promise you. Because, girl, I had lost hope, okay? You don't need to beg for the bare minimum. There's men out there who will do more than that without you having to ask. You know your worth and you know what you deserve and don't accept anything less than that. I spent so long giving so much to people that didn't deserve it and didn't reciprocate it. Relationships, friendships, whatever it is, any sort of relationship in your life is not always 50-50. People have ups and downs and sometimes you need to be there and pick up the slack where they can't. But there's something to be said for someone who knows what you need without having to say it. Like, girl, I had a long week, I've had a long day, I'm exhausted, and I did not want to cook dinner. And I love me a date night. And I just finished work, it's like almost 8, and tell me why. He said, get cute, we're going to get steak, like at my favorite spot. He knew that that's what I needed, and I didn't even have to ask. And I was literally hoping that he would suggest, like, let's go to dinner or let's grab takeout, because I did not want to cook. But more of the story is you deserve the world, your expectations are not too high, and don't settle.
That's your wife and my kids.
Oh, wow. Here we have another queen using the overly used buzzwords. You deserve, you deserve, you deserve. If he wanted to, he would. You know what you deserve. You know what you're worth. And the example she gave of him taking her out to a steak dinner and all that because she didn't want to cook is based on what exactly? Come on, just give it a little bit of thought there, ladies. It's based on me. She didn't say not one thing that she does for the guy. She just said, oh, he knows how to read me and gives me what I need at the moment. What do you give him? You said it's not always 50-50 and sometimes you have to uphold for somebody else. But where did you uphold? What was your example of you upholding? The whole thing was based on how he upholds you when you're down. How he has to fill in the gaps. How he has to come in and throw on his cape and play Captain Save 304. I'm sorry, but this hold everybody up, 50-50 equality, put in your share. Usually, when queens like this talk about that, they talk about when he has to come in and lift up her weight, not the other way around. I mean, please, someone, shame this gorilla right now. Shut me up. Show me an abundance of TikTok videos of women giving real-life examples of when they hold their man up, when they're coming in and they're going to put in more than 50%. When he's down and they say, I do this and this and this. Something believable, okay? Not something that sounds really made up. Something that's actually believable. What do I mean by believable? It's not what she believes that, oh yeah, this is going to sound cool. I'm going to say it to sound like a superhero. No, something that guys would actually appreciate. Please show me an abundance amount of videos of women giving these examples. And that'll shut me up immediately. If not, what can I say? Have a cook and a smile. Moving on.
So you beg him for dates? You beg him to take you out. You beg him for doing the bare minimum, and you're still in the relationship. And you're still crying, why is he doing that? It's because you're still in the relationship. It's because you're still doing everything for him and for the relationship. That's the problem, my darling. Open your eyes. Take those rose-tinted glasses out, okay? I'm going to give you a second. Take them off. Off? Now, again, listen to me. He is not taking you on dates. He is not taking you out. He's not putting in the effort. It's because you are not changing anything. He's too damn comfortable. Because you made him so comfortable. You're doing everything for him, even when he does nothing for you. You're going to cry. He's going to say, sorry, baby, I'll do it next time. And you're going to believe him. And you keep doing what he tells you to do. And then he still doesn't change. And you cry and he does. It's a cycle. It's a toxic cycle. Stop. Stop doing what you do for him in the relationship when he does nothing for you in the relationship. It's time to reevaluate if you desperately want a relationship tag behind your name, or do you want respect, love, and care in a relationship? Because I'll tell you, my darling, there are many men who would give you respect, love, loyalty in today's modern world, even though many women, because of their negative experiences, think all men are bad. No, not all men, but definitely a great percentage of men who are nasty these days, but not all men. So focus on yourself. Leave the relationship if he disrespects you repeatedly or even neglects you. Work on your damn self, because you are your most important thing in this lifetime. And once you level up, once you focus on yourself, once you go for your passions, your hobbies, your career, you will see the right time and the divine timing always works, and the right man will come for you. Stop taking disrespect. Stop being a doormat, my darling.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.
Oh, Lord. All right, to my female viewers, yeah, all three of you. Let me just say something. I wanted all of you to notice what she said. She's actually giving advice to women out there that if their guys don't take them out on dates anymore, to leave them. This is a subject I have got to touch on, and it is so common. You see, the problem here isn't what he isn't doing. The problem is that she no longer recognizes what he does do for her. Now, before you start arguing, oh, but taking out on dates is important. Wait a minute. First of all, number one, she didn't say that the woman was getting abused. At no point did she say, leave the guy if he's abusive, if he disrespects you, he does all these things to you. No, she said if he stops doing things for you. So I have to ask, what's more important? Does the guy pay all the bills? Does the guy maintain the home? Does the guy buy you whatever you need? Notice I said need, not want. Need. That's the difference in modern day dating. Like she said, women will say men are bad because they had bad experiences. And in their views, bad experiences is the guy just doesn't take him on dates anymore. He neglects me. He does this and that. That makes him a bad guy. So you know what this gorilla says? Yeah, go ahead and leave. Yeah, pack your stuff, get out, go live on your own again. There are several videos out there of women who divorce their husbands or leave their long-term relationships, and they come with the attitude, well, I don't need you, I'm going to find someone who treats me better. They go back out there on their own, and guess what? They find out the hard way the things that he was doing for her. Paying all your bills, that's kind of tough, but he was taking care of all that. Maintaining the home, doing the repairs around the house. He was doing all that. Making sure the cars ran. Making sure everything was up and running because he understood, hey, this is my duty, this is what I have to do. Women like this one don't look at the majority of things that he's doing. They look at those small little inconvenient things and say, well, you're not doing enough for me. You're not giving me more attention of your time. Maybe it's because he's working a full-time job, and maybe he's putting in extra hours to pay for all the bills and maintain your lifestyle. Maybe it's because he's already paying for everything. He doesn't want to spend any extra money on that. And says, hey, listen, what's it more important? Me spending more money on you going out to a restaurant, or you and me being together? Oh, you're going to prioritize the restaurant over what he's already providing. That's the important thing. It's kind of funny how women love to say men don't know what they have until it's gone. But when they do the leaving 70% of the time, they realize that the ones who didn't realize what they had until it was gone was them. Moving on.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are mistaking the bare minimum for effort. Don't get me wrong. I used to be so impressed when a guy would pick out the restaurant for our date or would offer to drive me home or Uber me home. I thought that they were going above and beyond. As I've gotten older and I've dated people with more intentionality, I have realized that that was just the baseline. That is the bare minimum. But as the saying goes, you only know what you know. If all you've known are these actions from these emotionally unavailable people, of course you're gonna think that dating is supposed to feel like this. Dating is supposed to feel like you're putting a lot more effort than the other person. I'm gonna be honest, finding people who put in the effort, finding people who are actually emotionally available is hard. But I've actually had good luck finding these people through like hobby groups, like through like tennis clubs, book clubs, just because when there is something that someone has to go to consistently, they tend to also be the same type of person who will show up in a relationship. I've also had a lot of success using the app Coffee Meets Bagel. It literally doesn't even let you join unless you're looking for something intentional, which is honestly great because again, that helps you filter out the people who are emotionally unavailable. Once you've been with someone who is emotionally available, who actually is putting real effort, it's gonna be hard for you to unsee all the things that you have accepted in the past.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Oh, well, this queen said that you're confusing the bare minimum for effort, and you shouldn't accept a guy who does less than you in a relationship. Hold up a second. Hold up. I'm glad that you said that, queen. I'm going to ask a few key questions. I mean, they're dumb, but follow me here. Number one, you said that you're the one who puts more effort, so that means that you put more than 50%, then you put more than he does. First question, who did the approaching? Did you approach him or did he approach you? Because 9 times out of 10, it's the guy approaching the woman. Rarely do women approach, and I mean that's super rare. So starting off, I'm pretty sure the relationship manifested because he started, not you. So starting off, he put more effort. Number two, when you said, oh, you know, you used to be impressed when he used to plan out dates, but not anymore. You're doing more. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up a second. Who usually plans out dates? I rarely ever hear women planning out dates. You always demand that men plan out dates. So you're not even putting that effort. But you have the gall to say that you're putting in more effort? I'm really curious. What is this effort that you're putting? What do you bring? I'm pretty sure that you believe in your imagination that you just being in the relationship, you just showing up is your half right there. He's supposed to plan it out, he's supposed to pay for it, he's supposed to do everything, and you're just supposed to show up. And that's your 50%. See, that's the delusion of modern day dating. You said, the older I get, the more I realize. No, the older you get, the more delusional you get. Where is it written that you are entitled to any of this? It's not. And I gotta say, sister, have you looked in the mirror? Because you're demanding lost your dinners when you only qualify for fish sticks. Moving on.
Hi, single people. If you don't stop sleeping with men you meet on dating apps the same day that you meet them, men will always use the dating apps to sleep with women that they met that day. It will never change unless it changes. And as long as men are able to find very easy access to sex on dating apps, that's what they're going to use them for. And I hate to sound like an old, annoyed auntie, but I am an old, annoyed auntie who would also like to meet someone someday and was also told that dating apps were a way to meet people. That was a big lie. Dating apps are a place where men have easy access to whatever the they want without having to pay for it. And so help me God, if you think that buying a woman 2 glasses of Chardonnay is buying access to her too, trust me when I say you couldn't afford it. If you keep immediately sleeping with men you meet on dating apps for whatever reason, I don't judge, but I am saying it's going to keep happening. And you're going to keep being disappointed in dating apps every time that a guy's like, hey, what are you doing tonight at 9:30 p.m.? Because all he wants to do is have a drink or two and then go back to your house, leave, and never text you again. So stop doing that. And then maybe if everybody stopped doing that, dating apps would stop being a place that men go to do that.
Impossible. Whoa, Queen. Are you actually saying both men and women are using dating apps as hookup apps only? Really? Color me shocked. Okay, sister, I could tell that you're frustrated because you figured that you could use the dating apps to find your soulmate, the love of your life, and technology was going to give you this big boost. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And you want to know the saddest thing of all of this? Dating apps are tailored for women, not men. You actually believe that dating apps are tailored for men to get a quick, easy hookup. First of all, that's not true. Only a small fraction of men can get hookups easily on dating apps. The majority of men can't get it that easy. If you were a man, you would know this. Dating apps are designed for 80% of the women to go for the top 20% of men. Now, I'm pretty sure that there are blue pill beta simps out there who are going to say, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. Don't care what you have to say. I will stand by that statement. And it's not just a one-time thing. Ask all the men in the comments. There are thousands upon thousands that watch my videos. Ask them if they've seen this themselves. Some of these guys are in the top 20%. They get a lot of play from a lot of different women. Most of the guys can't get that much play on these dating apps. They get what they get. This gorilla doesn't see dating apps as a way for men to get their rocks off. This gorilla just sees dating apps as an interactive carousel for women to hop from one hot dog ride to the next.
Him, her, him, bodies.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.